We are back live from the city of Vancouver. This is Radio TKO. Darcy McBride along with my co-host Ryan Ventura, bringing it home in the final segment here. And I have a quick surprise for you guys. And, as much as it's a great surprise, it's for an unfortunate reason, as this Friday the MFC lightweight title will unfortunately not be on the line. And we'll let Mandingo Antonio McKee tell you why. Antonio, welcome back to Radio TKO. Unfortunately, it's on unfortunate terms, brother.
Yeah, what's up, man? Thanks for having me on TKO Radio, baby.
No problem.
You know what, man? First thing I want to address is Mark Pavelich, and his loose lips. First of all, the MFC, I love them. Great organization. Now, just because I love the organization doesn't mean I love everybody in the organization. I think his family, they work very diligently to put that together. But, in every bag of apples, you always got one bad apple. The things that he said about me, I thought as of being your champ, I was totally felt like I was disrespected. But at the same time, I understand he's not about the fighters. He's about the company, which is nothing wrong with that because that's what pays his bills. And I'm about my body and my physical being because that's what pays my bills, is my body. And I've never had an injury over 50 fights. I've never pulled out of a fight in the history of my career over 12 years of training and fighting. And I ended up messing up my knee really bad. I don't know what the problem was. They think I have a torn ACL. If not a torn ACL, a meniscus or something. I don't even know what. Yeah, I don't even know what all that stuff is. But I'm scheduled tomorrow to go in and see a therapist, get an MRI done, and hopefully, if I don't require surgery, it's just a strain because again, I'm an old man out here in this young man sport. And I refuse to do drugs, steroids, growth hormones. So my body's taken over 20 years of wear and tear, 10 years of MMA wear and tear. And finally, at 41 years old, I've received a slight injury on my knee that it stops me from being able to shoot and take people down. This isn't an injury that I've just occurred. If you watch the Volkman fight, I couldn't shoot. That's why I wasn't really shooting takedowns. I was trying to stand up. Yeah. I don't have the same drive and penetration, and I've been babysitting it. And for the fight against Fickett, I kind of just dug in the paint a little bit and started working on my takedowns because I definitely wanted to finish sticking on the ground. It ended up popping and snapping and crunching and cracking. So at the last minute, the guys in my gym said, they didn't think it would be good for me to fight because I had no drive on that leg, and so that's where I'm at. I want to give my fans and I want to give the MFC an apology for, not being able to go out and represent and be a true champion that I am, regardless of what Mark Pavelich said. It doesn't matter to me. Drew Fickett's a great opponent for me, very honorable fighter, but at the end of the day, I'm still the baddest ninja on the planet, MFC lightweight champ, Antonio McKee, and ain't nobody going to take the title away from me. And you can talk shit all you want as a promoter, as a manager or a trainer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't stop what I do. I'm coming, and when I come, I'm coming strong. So I just want to apologize to all my fans that was anticipating to see this fight. I really wanted to take the fight, even with a messed up knee, but talking to management and my staff and my colleagues, people advised me not to do it, so I pulled out. But I tell you what, if I don't need surgery and all I need is just to heal it and get therapy, you watch when I come back. I'm going to let the rage of hell loose. And we've all seen when Antonio McKee gets upset and has to perform, we see what happens. And, unfortunately, Alzavedo saw that. And hopefully Fickett wins. I'm hoping that he wins. He's got a tough fight. But at the end of the day, if I come back, it's going to be hell and high water.
What do you think of the fact Matt Veach jumps in your spot? That's pretty solid of the guy to make the fight still happen, so there's still a pretty, big-time lightweight fight on the card.
Yeah, you know what? He's a tough opponent. He's a very strong wrestler. It actually gives me a little bit to watch and see how Drew Fickett handles him. Drew Fickett's known for taking wrestlers' backs and just pulling them off because he's just tough. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't have the experience that I have, nor does he have the weapons that I have when I take a person down. I'm just really disappointed that I didn't get a chance to fight. And believe me, as soon as I figure out what's going on with this knee. Mark Pavelich gets the phone call. I'll be ready. Sign that fight, and I can make my fans happy in Canada.
Fantastic. One thing I want to ask you about that, you touched on while I gave you the floor there for a minute, is you said you're not interested in taking drugs or steroids. Is this a scenario where a lot of guys fall into maybe the trap and the allure of taking the steroids to heal the body and, get that injury healed up faster and then paying the price for it, a la Josh Barnett and, possibly Thiago Silva after UFC 125?
Absolutely. You know as well as I know, when the commission does the statistics on it, we've got out of 60 cases of drugs being dirty tests, 56 of them came from MMA. Is this a junkie sport? Is this what drug addicts do? Because drugs are drugs, whether it's steroids, cocaine, weed, marijuana. We found some way to exclude those who smoke pot. We found ways to exclude those who do cocaine. We found ways to exclude those who do GSP, GPS, whatever, the growth hormones. I don't even know half the shit that they're taking. 150G, clenbuterol. I mean, I'm not into that, so I don't really know. But we found a way to make it okay for these guys when they test dirty. Even in the big organizations, guys are testing dirty and they're getting suspended and fined and they're still able to fight, versus the guy who has a bad fight gets kicked out of the UFC. So what are we saying about the sport and the integrity of the people behind the sport, the great pioneers of the sport, the ones that are really running the show? It's sad because these young kids at 23, 24 years old, 25 years old, they're shooting more dope than they're eating food, and that's not good.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no way to set an example either if you're a fighter and you're in the mainstream market. Antonio, just a couple more things before we let you run. The MFC is looking to head out east into Toronto area, possibly Windsor, and I know the name Chris Horodecki has been connected possibly to the MFC, interested in fighting Chris Horodecki in a lightweight title fight, possibly somewhere down the road this year.
You know what? Chris Horodecki is a friend of mine. I've got a lot of respect for him. I love his style of fighting. But unfortunately, Chris is just not ready, I would say, to deal with me yet. I'm on my way out. I'm as strong as I'll ever be. I'm as fast as I'll ever be. I'm determined as I'll ever be. And I'm as natural as I'll ever be. Right now, I don't think I would be a good fight for Horodecki, especially right now because I'm hungry. And I'm coming off of the bad mouth verbiage of people that I fight for that are saying about me and saying this and that about me when they don't really pay attention to who I am as a mentor, as a leader, and done nothing but say positive things about MFC. Unfortunately, it's sad that when you have people in high places that tear down people that help them build themselves into those high places, it's just really upsetting. But at the end of the day, I think I beat all of that just by standing up, being a great guy, and saying good things about the MFC, saying good things about Mark Pavelich. I love his family. I think they're awesome. Do I like what he said? No, absolutely not. Did it offend me? Absolutely. What am I going to do about it? I'm going to fuck Drew Pickett up.
Wow. Well, before we let you go, because we know you're a busy man, I'm
never too busy for TKO, baby.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you, Antonio. Well, I had a question about your openness with the fans on Facebook. A few months ago, before your UFC fight, you talked about how you peed yourself in the morning.
Yeah.
You're very open with your fans. What is your relationship like with us?
You know what, man? I'm just the kind of guy. I'm a stand-up guy. Whether you like me or not, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to stop being a good person or a bad person because you don't like me or you like me. I am truly the American hero, the American champion, because you know what? I'm all natural. I pull no punches. I tell it like it is. If you don't like it, I offend you. I apologize. But by all means, I stand and walk with more pride and integrity than most of the people on this planet. And you know what? I made a mistake. I thought I had a dream that I was standing over the toilet peeing, and unfortunately I wasn't standing over the toilet peeing. I was in my bed, and I peed all over myself. Now, it's funny to me that people make fun of me and call me this and that and they said all these mean, harsh things, when at the end of the day I was like, you mean to tell me you've never peed in the bed? I never peed in the bed as a kid, but as an adult, I had a dream that I was standing at the bathroom toilet taking a leak, but I was asleep. And I peed all over my wife. I peed all over the bed. I mean, it was an accident. Things happen. So
wow.
I'm man enough to say that. I'm not embarrassed because what is there to be embarrassed about? I'm a human being. I was dreaming I was peeing, and I really wasn't. But I was.
Antonio, what can I say,
you're honest
brother?
When you're honest enough to say that, hey, man, when you're honest enough to say the truth, I bear none. You know what I mean?
And
I'm not afraid to say what's on my mind. I'm not going to disrespect people. Like, people thought I was going to go out here and just talk shit about Mark Pavelich because he talked all this stuff about me. I'm not. I'm a bigger person. If that's really how you feel about your champion, I feel bad for you. I'm a great champion. I'm a great champion. No matter what you say or do, I'm a great champion. And the only way to prove me wrong is for Drew Fickett to pull out the victory, for Odetsky to pull out the victory, whoever he wants to put on that card at 155 to pull out that victory over Antonio McKee, and I will probably walk away. I will retire. But I got a hell of a fan base, brother, because people, they like the stuff that I say. They go, man, this guy's really a real dude. You guys are the ones that are full of shit, talking the talk but don't walk the walk. I've been there and done that. And still humble.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, yo, that's what's up, Antonio. I want to thank you, brother. We got to get to the wrapping up the end of the show. I appreciate you taking time out 10 minutes for us here to set the record straight on the injury. You might think about buying Jen and Haley and Miele and AJ some rain gear for next time Dad falls asleep on the couch.
Hey, man, this shit only happened one time. And if it happens again, I'm going to the doctor and get checked out. But thank you guys so much. I love you guys for calling me up and giving me the opportunity to share and express my feelings about things. And I hope you guys stay in business forever and keep brothers like me on the system, bro.
Thanks, Antonio. Take care of yourself, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Okay, have a good one, y'all.